Reggae icon Coco T has passed away at age 65 after suffering a cardiac arrest. T's death was confirmed by his wife Malvia Scott, who shared with the Gleaner that her husband died on Tuesday, March 11th at 4:46 a.m. Scott revealed her husband died following a cardiac arrest at a hospital located in Broward, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Jamaican musician, real name Cole Then Scott, had been suffering from health woes at the time of his death. T has been battling pneumonia for the last 6 months and in 2019 was diagnosed with lymphoma. I got a call early this morning to say that he had been transferred from the facility to the hospital, which is like 5 minutes away, because he was vomiting. He was initially diagnosed with lymphoma in 2019, but for the last 6 months he was also struggling with pneumonia, she told the publication. Scott said her spouse remained positive following his diagnosis, an attitude he kept right up to his passing. He was definitely very brave, she said. He was positive throughout it all. About 3 weeks ago when he was admitted in the hospital, he asked if I was worried, and I said, I am always worried. He told me not to worry because everything was going to be all right. He was always very hopeful. A wave of tributes have been posted on social media following news of T's death. Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, praised T's musical talent and kind personality. I extend condolences to the family, friends, and supporters of Calvin George Scott, affectionately known as Coco T, Holness posted to X. His smooth vocals and compelling lyrics gave us timeless classics like Rocking Dolly and I Lost My Sonia, songs that have become anthems in our cultural landscape. Beyond his musical genius, Coco T was a beacon of kindness and generosity, consistently uplifting the less fortunate and embodying the warmth of our nation. Coco T's influence extended beyond our shores, touching hearts worldwide and solidifying Jamaica's place on the global musical stage. As we mourn his passing, let us celebrate the rich legacy he leaves behind, a legacy of melody, compassion, and cultural pride. May his soul rest in eternal peace. T's successful music career has seen him release numerous albums and drop numerous hit songs, including the popular track Rikers Island. T's other hit songs consist of the tracks Sweet Sweet Coco T, Israel's King, I Lost My Sonia, Rocking Dolly, and Young Lover. The Jamaican-born artist was born on September 3, 1959 in Clarendon Parish, and was just a teenager when he released his first song, the 1985 track Searching in the Hill, according to People. He achieved worldwide recognition the following decade, according to The Independent. In 2008, he expressed his support for then-presidential candidate Barack Obama by releasing a song named after the future leader. The last time T performed was 3 years ago on the Welcome to Jamrock cruise, according to the Gleaner. Of the countless artists Mikey Bennett worked with, he regarded Coco T among the most spontaneous. He said the singer, who died yesterday from cancer at age 65 in Florida, had a knack for making hit songs from nothing. In the late 1980s, they were members of producers Lloyd, King Jammy, James, and Robert, Bobby Digital, Dixon's Waterhouse Camp. Bennett was an artiste, producer, and songwriter. First thing, Coco T loved soul music. He loved the classic melodies and had a style that you learned on sound systems. He knew how to move a crowd, and he translated that in the studio, Bennett told the Jamaica Observer. He pointed to Who She Love, a song by Home T, Shabba Ranks, and Coco T, as a classic example of the diminutive artiste's creativity. It was meant to be a song for Home T Bennett's group, but when Coco T heard the draft, he stepped in and changed its structure. Him say, "Ya haffy put a lickle suppen in it." And when he started to sing, I looked at Bobby and said, "That's it." He took the first verse, Diego, Home T's lead singer, took the second, and Shabba added his part, Bennett recalled. That was the greatness of Coco T. Born Calvin Scott in Rocky Point, Clarendon, Coco T got into music full-time in the late 1970s after failing to become a jockey at Caymanas Park. He became part of producer Henry Junjo Law's Volcano label and sound system, scoring his first hit song in 1984 with Rocking Dolly. At the time, Barrington Levy was the main singer for Volcano. He said it was Laws who first introduced him to the budding singer. Junjo come to me and say, Me have a Ute who's sown, just like you, and him come from Clarendon just like you, Levy recalled. He told the Observer that he and Coco T were close friends for over 40 years. All I can said 'bout Coco T is, him is a good soul. If him have something fi say, him a guh say it to your face, not behind your back, shared Levy. During the 1980s and 1990s, Coco T had a number of hit songs, among them Kingston Hot, Lost My Sonia, Young Lover, Lonesome Side, and Holy Mount Zion. In addition to Who She Love, he made the charts with Home T and Shabba Ranks with the Defiant Pirates anthem. Holy Mount Zion was also the name of his only album for Motown Records, released in 1997. British singer Joss Stone sampled Young Lover for Harry's Symphony, a song from her 2015 album Water for Your Soul. In 2008, Coco T released the song Barack Obama, as homage to the United States Senator from Illinois who was elected the country's first black president in November that year. Minister of Entertainment and Culture Olivia Babsy Grange, while expressing sadness at his passing, described him as a prolific writer and an excellent performer, adding that, "We have lost a great Jamaican artiste, and we will continue to honor and treasure what he's left with us." Dr. Deborah Hickling Gordon, PNP spokesperson for Culture and Creative Industries, reflecting on his work, said, "Coco T was a cultural ambassador whose music carried the heartbeat of Jamaica to the world. His songs were more than melodies. They were messages of unity, resilience, and faith. His voice and message will live on through his timeless music." Reggae star Coco T has been flooded with tributes from the music world after his death. Coco T, born Calvin George Scott in Jamaica in 1959, died at a hospital in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, during the early hours of March 11th following a long health battle, according to his wife. "I got a call early this morning to say that he had been transferred from the facility to the hospital, which is like 5 minutes away, because he was vomiting," his wife Malvia Scott confirmed to the Jamaica Gleaner. He was initially diagnosed with lymphoma in 2019, but for the last 6 months he was also struggling with pneumonia. Read more. Inside Michelle Keegan and Mark's dreamy holiday to Palma 9 months before she gave birth. Read more. George Michael's sister secures approval for Hampstead Mansion renovation. Malvia revealed that during his final months the reggae star remained in good spirits, sharing, "He was definitely very brave. He was positive throughout it all. About 3 weeks ago when he was admitted in the hospital he asked if I was worried and I said, I am always worried. He told me not to worry because everything was going to be all right. He was always very hopeful." Following Coco T's death, Jamaican Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange also spoke to the publication and shared that she was very saddened by the passing of sweet, sweet Coco T. Minister Grange added, "He has been a staple in the industry for so long. He is one of the greatest reggae singers who has ever lived and his work will stand the test of time. We salute him at this time. Condolences to his family. It has been a pleasure working with him over these years, and we are glad that we had the opportunity to give him some of flowers while he was here with us. May his soul rest in peace." On X, formerly known as Twitter, others rushed to honor Coco T, who started out in music aged just 14 and had hits including Rocking Dolly, Rikers Island, and I Lost My Sonia. Many of Scott's songs were attributed to influencing Jamaican culture and the youth, sharing his Rastafarian morals and encouraging young people to stay in education and work. Grammy Award-winning reggae artist Morgan Heritage wrote, "May your light never fade away, big brother. You now rest in Zion with the angels, but we will never forget the moments we've shared, beloved. Our condolences go out to your entire family. Long live the great legendary icon Coco T." The Wailers, who formed as a separate band following the death of member Bob Marley in 1981, shared, "Rest in power, Coco T. Your voice and music will always be remembered." David Rodigan MBE, known for his work on several BBC radio stations, penned, "The reggae world is mourning the loss of one of its finest voices. Coco T died this morning from cardiac arrest in Fort Lauderdale. He leaves behind a catalog of classic recordings which will forever be played in the pantheon of great Jamaican music. R.I.P. Sweet Coco T." The artiste is survived by his widow Malvia, 8 children, 6 grandchildren, and many brothers and sisters.